Yes, so guys, here I am. I want to talk about cleaning data before you analyze it. So, when you collect data, you may realize that there are some unwanted information in the data set um, that can result in generating false results. So the results may not be very credible or may not be very much believable because of these errors. So to avoid that, you may need to clean the data set. It's called decluttering. Remove the clutter. So there are various ways of cleaning data, or there are various elements under cleaning data. So number one, you remove the blank spaces. Number two, you remove the errors. You see, it's in some cells, for example, in spreadsheets, they say the information that states errors. Maybe it was not calculated correctly, or maybe it was not entered correctly. So you remove them. Remove the nulls. Yeah, so blanks and nulls are two different things. So nulls are written, but blanks are nothing is written, it's just blank. So you remove the nulls, remove the duplicates, okay? Remove the outliers. And we shall talk about how to remove to spot the outliers. And the outliers are this. Let me give you one example of outliers. Assume you're dealing with information about maybe grade 8 kids. So these kids are aged between maybe 13, generally are 13 to maybe 18 there. Maximum 18, you give a room, maybe 12 to 18. But you remember, you find that you can get 2 or 3 individuals. Some have to age of 2 years, others have 60 years. So you may want to remove them to ensure that the data is consistent here. It is close to one another. And there is a formula for that. Yeah, so you remove the outliers. Yeah, another thing is you may remove the unwanted columns, because when you are going to analyze data, already you have the goals that you want to achieve. So of course, you may not need this particular column, so you remove them. Another thing is to calculate new columns. So assume you have revenues column and expenses column. So you may want to calculate profits column or any other columns depending on what you want to achieve with your data set. Yeah, because the goal is to go there with clean data and what you can work with to satisfy the goals that you had predetermined earlier. Yeah, another thing is to ensure that the data types in columns are correct. For example, if it is date, you make sure that it is actually stated as date. If it is maybe days, if it is in currencies or just general numbers, yeah, like there are so many, or in decimals, they have decimal points or whole numbers, integers. So you may want to indicate that to ensure that the data set is response, like the information there is what you need. Because in some cases, up there in the columns or in the headers of the columns, it can say that it is dates. But down here, it is just whole numbers that you want to deal with, or currencies. So you can see that one affects the quality of your data. Yeah, and there are so many other things that those ones are, there are so many other things, but these are the ones that I've talked about are the major ones. You may want to deal with them, and before you export your data. And as you export your data, you always assume when you are working with Excel or Power BI, you use Power Query to clean your data. Power Query is very efficient, and you may want to learn that if you have not yet. But if you already have information about it, well and good. But if you don't, we shall be talking about all of these things as we progress. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. I just wanted to share that small bit of information with you. Be blessed. Bye bye.